All right, so I'm just making my cream of wheat. This is what it looks like. And basically you just take a packet, and they're like single serve packets, and then you mix it up and you microwave it, and it's legit the best macros. Use this and mixing. So today I have a refeed that will be today and tomorrow. So that's why I actually have been really liking, I usually train fasted, but I've been getting in the habit of having this cream of wheat in the morning because it's like the perfect macros that you want. It's 25 carb and like 25 proteins, almost 0 fat. So that's exactly what you would want pre-workout. And then I'm gonna mix up my pre-workout. So we have Project 1. So there's 350 milligrams in this, so we need to use a half scoop here. Look at how thick and beautiful this is. So I'm gonna eat this, I'm gonna drink my pre-workout. All right, I just got back from the gym and I had one wild cherry sour strip while I was there, so not featured my one cherry sour strip. It's like 6 carbs, so I just had it like close to the end of my workout when I was getting a little tired, and that just helped keep me going. And now I'm going to get this 32 ounces of water down, and I'm trying to decide what I should have post-workout. So today's a refeed, so with refeeds, it's basically just usually a bump in carbs, and the point of that is to essentially help you recover, bring down inflammation, but also with recovery, the best thing that you can do is optimize your nutrition around your workout. So what that means is usually eating carbs and protein before you work out, like I did with the cream of wheat, and then eating carbs and protein after you work out. You can have fat, but for me and my macros, I want to keep it below 5 grams of fat. So in order to do that, I'll have roasted potatoes and like a low-fat vegan protein like beefless crumbles, or like this morning, you know, I had a lower fat protein powder with like cream of wheat. So I think I'm gonna do a roast for post-workout, and I'll just do like a time lapse while I'm working if you guys want to see that. In the meantime, I'm going to put the dishes away because I don't like a dirty house and I have a little extra time. Alexa, play music. Alexa off. I like to time myself sometimes just to remind myself that it literally takes 10 minutes to put away the dishes. So every time that I procrastinate things like that, it's just like a good reminder that it's really not a big deal at all. So you shouldn't put off the things that you need to do. And look at that. Boom. Now I can put away what I literally just used and keep the dishes flowing. You got my love. All right, 162. Weigh it in a bowl, and I'll just add it to my FitnessPal. Our oven is ready. So I literally just shop at Trader Joe's because it is the cheapest produce, and I eat a lot of veggies. I do like this much bell pepper. If it was lunchtime, I would put oil on it because it gets all crispy, but my fats are a little bit lower, and I just trained, so I don't want fat after my workout. And the reason is not that fat makes you fat. The reason that you don't want to eat a ton of fat after you work out is because it slows your digestion. And while fat is an excellent nutrient transporter for micronutrients like greens, reds, etc., When it comes to carbs and protein, I want to have quick digesting carbs because I want to try to shuttle protein to my muscle as fast as possible to increase recovery. So quick digesting carbs such as peppers and potatoes. And then we've got low fat protein like these vegan beefless crumbles. So I do 3 servings of these because I like to have 30 grams of protein in each meal. So this is 27, I believe, and then I think the potatoes have a little bit of protein. Not much, 2 or 3 grams. Since the beefless crumbles will burn, I like to put this in now, and then we'll put these in at the end. All right, what is up? So I just had my first 2 meetings, and they went pretty well. So now I'm about to have some coffee. So now we've got like half and half. Okay, I might make a dirty chai, which is just chai plus coffee. We're gonna do buttered toffee. Alright, so all I'm doing is mixing in the hydrate here into the cold brew. And then, so I normally use cashew milk in my iced lattes from home, but Ryan bought this Chobani oat milk, and honestly wouldn't necessarily recommend oat milk because the macros aren't that great. It's because it's 9 carb, 4 fat, and 1 protein. But I have a little hot foam, cold foam maker, so I think I am going to make and froth up some cold oat milk because honestly, I have a little carbs for the refeed, and it just makes it like so thick and tasty, and it works really well. Using oat milk or almond milk works really well, but you can't really use cashew milk because it won't froth up or foam up. We're gonna do 4 fluid ounces. 3.8, 4. Boom. Look at that beauty. Ooh, she's sexy. Mix this up a little bit. We have our dirty chai oat milk iced latte. So freaking good. Yum. Okay, cold foam oat milk. I'm living for it. This is fire. And I'm about to send off some client check-ins here. Yeah, I'm just gonna have this cold brew and then I'll probably have lunch. Last week I was really struggling with getting water in. I don't normally struggle that much. I would say I struggle a little more than the average person because my whole life before bodybuilding I just was severely dehydrated and just like never drank enough water, which is something I'm trying to get my mom to work on too because I don't know if it was a family thing or like a learned behavior, but we just didn't drink water growing up. So we're already on bottle number 3 and it's only 12:43 in the afternoon. Feel pretty good about that. I feel like we're gonna exceed a gallon today, which we definitely need with the added food in this refeed. Looking at my macros, figuring out what I have left. I'm going to track a few things ahead of time because I like to know that I can have what I want. I don't like to, some days I go throughout the day and then I just figure out what I have left. But if I do that, I think sometimes it can put you in a weird position at the end of the night where you just don't realize that you don't have that much left. So anyway, I'm tracking Pro-Yo for my snack, and let's track some dinner. I might have buffalo. Broccoli. Okay, so I decided because I'm starving and my brain's not functioning, I'm going to have some frozen banana. Then I will decide what I am having. So Ryan eats a ton of bananas. I don't normally have them because they're quite carby, but since it's a refeed, let's go. So we've got 50 grams here. Frozen banana is so good. These ones are so sweet because he put them in right before they were ripe. So 50 grams frozen banana is 11 carb. Time to preheat this baby again. And I usually put it on 460. And I think we're going to be doing daring chicken. fake chicken. It's so good. The texture is like crazy, like unlike anything else. And I'll do the yellow bell pepper and potatoes, I think, again. Okay, I think that what's gonna happen here is that I'm going to record my check-in because I really want to send this check-in off. And then I'm going to come prep and cut things once the oven is preheated. Here we are. We made it. My daring is in the oven. We just cooked up some potatoes and bell pepper. And now I'm having some feta. 30 grams of this Follow Your Heart vegan feta. Fire. You'll thank me later. They sell this at Sprouts. It's amazing. Look at that freaking deliciousness. I'm gonna eat now. You can watch me eat, I guess. All right, so for my snack, I'm making Pro-Yo. So we're gonna weigh out some of this Silk dairy-free protein yogurt. Now we have our vegan Power Pro, a little stevia. Boom. I'm gonna do a half scoop of this, and then I'll add the frozen bloobs. 0. So I'm gonna do 14 grams of this. Nice. Start mixing this up. Look at that goodness. So this is the Pro-Yo and the bloobs. This is my favorite chocolate. It is the Black Fig Dick Taylor dark chocolate. It's vegan, it has amazing macros, and it's literally 7 fat, 16 carb, and 3 protein for half the bar. So I'm just going to open this, weigh it, and then I'll have half of this chocolate. Yummy. 66, so I'm gonna eat 33 grams, half of it. All right, so this full day of eating has almost come to a close. It is almost 7, which I usually eat at like 6:30. I just had some posing practice and I busted out my red suit, like my real bikini, and practiced in it, and it just felt really good, and it made me happy that I'm practicing again and realize that those muscles are super sore and weak and I need to work out my posing muscles. So I'm very happy I posed today. But anyway, I'm going to turn on the oven and start a roast. And in this roast, we're gonna have baby broccolini and beefless crumbles. I did order a new suit for this year though, and I officially put through the order today. So that should arrive in the next couple weeks, and I'm very, very excited to see what it looks like in person, see how it looks on me. Let's see, these are big stones. So I like to chop off the really tough fibrous parts just because it does no favors to digestion to eat those, and I just don't particularly think that they're tasty. Wow, I really need to do some yoga tonight and not have my mind be racing. My mind has just been buzzing all day long. I think, honestly, I made a post about caffeine like a week or two ago and about being really mindful and aware of your caffeine intake, and I have been over the top. I think that those cold brews just really put me over. I didn't really feel it, and then I just started feeling like the racing thoughts, and that definitely tends to happen when I over caffeinate. So just like I was saying this morning, that I didn't want that to happen, we unfortunately had a little over caffeination and I feel a little cray cray. Okay, I have 181 grams here. That's a lot of broccoli. Do you see this? This is like a whole container of broccolini, but it's just the heads. So, okay, I'm gonna put this over on the cast iron pan. Ryan and I cook everything in the cast iron pan. that is what the broccolini looks like. Because I had cheese earlier today and some oat milk and stuff, I don't really have that much fat left, and I want to put a little eggplant hummus on my broccoli, so I'm not going to use any oil or anything, so I just roast it just as it is, and I pop it in the oven. It's really easy. I'm extremely lazy, and roasts are just like fire if you're extremely lazy like me and don't actually want to cook anything. Also, if you don't know about Zevia, this is Zevia. Soda sweetened with stevia, and this stuff is my jam. I love Zevia. It gets me through every prep. So much so that when you're like starving at night, sometimes when you eat your macros too early in the day, Zevia saves me just to get that sweet tooth and just fill my stomach with something a little bubbly. I don't feel like hungry at all on this refeed right now, but I just love Zevia so much, so I'm gonna have some. And I already hit my gallon, so it's not replacing water. But yeah, I used to have Ryan run to the store almost every other night to get a new pack of Zevia. So this prep, we were like, okay, Amazon recurring delivery, that's what's going down. So we have a recurring delivery of these tall boys in root beer, ginger ale, and cream soda. Best decision of my life.